Hi everyone, this is Wendy. I've been making a few little tags with some of the cigarette cards that were sent to me in a Happy Mail quite a while ago. I've been hoarding them because I just really love them and I just thought it's time to use them for something. So I thought I would come on and make a few tags to go in the decorated envelopes that I have been making as well. They turned out so cool, these tags. I've put the cigarette card in some acetate. Not really, yeah, it's acid. It turns out to be acetate. I put them through my laminator and then just cut a square around them. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to try and answer those 10 craft questions, the challenge that is going around on YouTube at the moment. And I was tagged by our lovely Nat Williams. Gee, thanks Nat. I really appreciate it. Anyway, the first one, so I thought while I've got a couple more to do and you get to see my process of putting these together, and while I'm doing this I can answer those questions. Well, hopefully. I'm going to see if I can do what Nat did, because it is really hard sometimes to talk about something else while you're crafting. So the first question is your name. So my name is Wendy Mason. And the second question is, how did you come up with your YouTube name? Well, when my daughter joined me up to YouTube, she did actually ask me what name I wanted to go under, and not really understanding that much about YouTube, I just said, well, can I use my own name? And she said, yeah, you can. So that's what I done. I just used my own name, and I'm really glad that I did, because I've known a lot of other mixed media artists who go under a pseudonym, and then they've changed their alias back to their original name, and a lot of people were saying, well, who's this? I don't know who this is. So, you know, going by your original name I think is a pretty good thing if you want to stay known as who you are. Okay, the third one, your favourite craft. Well, this is actually more or less the same as question 10, but my favourite craft would be, at the moment, paper crafting. I never thought I would actually enjoy paper crafting as much as I have been. I prefer mixed media and using paints, but I seem to go through like little cycles of where I get bored with mixed media and then I want to do something else. So if you've been with my channel a while, I think you'll know that I go from like one crafting thing to journaling. I love making journals, and yeah, alright, so that's that. My favourite craft at the moment would have to be paper craft. And number 4, favourite shop for craft supplies. Well, my favourite shop to buy craft supplies, besides going op shopping, because I do like op shopping, I don't do that a lot though, would have to be We have a store up here called Dollar Tree. Well, it was called Dollar Tree. They renamed it to Home Shack. And they have like a wide range of crafting supplies there, and as well as mixed media like paints, and it's mainly Montmartre, but I don't mind that brand either. So I do like to go to Home Shack. I've got to start calling it Home Shack because I still call it Dollar Tree. But then I said to my husband a week ago, I said, oh, I'm just going to go out to Home Shack. Where are you going? I said, Dollar Tree. Why didn't you say that in the first place? So yeah. I do like to shop there. When it was called Dollar Tree, there really was nothing in there for $1. Not like over in the States, where their Dollar Tree is actually got like everything in there for $1 or less. But it is relatively cheap to go and shop there. Like you can pick up some really nice things, embellishments and other things for a couple of dollars. So yeah, I don't mind shopping there. Okay, so number 5 is top 5 YouTube channels. Oh wow, look, this is so hard. I like so many. I don't know, I suppose I'm subscribed to over like 300. Not that I get to watch them all the time. Like I said, I like a little bit of diversity. So I sort of go from art channels to crafting channels and things like that. But ones that I watch the most are Climmy's Creations, Artie Mays, Laurie Marie Jenkins, more for mixed media, and I sort of have favourites for the different arts and crafts that I do like. So what did I say? Laurie Marie Jenkins, she's more mixed media. And then I also regularly watch Al John and Laurie Richardson Haley, as well as Shabby Dabby Doodah and 49 Dragonflies. Shabby Dabby Doodah and 49 Dragonflies more for the journaling side, junk journaling side. Is that going to fit in there? Oh, come on, I'm having a hard time getting that. Did I use the big side? Yeah, I did. Okay. That's a big eyelet, that one. There we go. And I also try to watch a few of the Aussie ladies, like Nat and Arty Crafty Alchemy, and then a few of the other ones. I watch Mags Lockley for mixed media as well, and Yvonne Preston I watch for the journals. So I kind of like I have really more than 5 of my top ones, because I watch them for different things, if you know what I mean. I think you know what I mean. Okay, so yeah, so they're those ones. And What's the next one? Number 6, favourite colours. My absolute favourite colour is purple, but for painting and things like that, I like brighter colours, you know, more of the oranges and the yellows and the reds and things like that. I like bright colours. I also love vintage style, so more of your neutral colours when it comes to you know, to making junk journals and things like that. So I've got the list here beside me for the questions, and I've got one more tag here to make. That was my little template I used. So that's my favourite colours. My favourite colour kind of changes with whatever I'm doing at the time, I'd say. Yeah. Okay, favourite craft tool. Wow, okay, favourite craft tool would be, okay, I'm not sure about this one either. I like my blade, and I like my scoreboard too. So I don't know. I don't really know if I have a favourite craft tool, because, you know, like when you're crafting, you use so many different things that I'm not really sure you could, like, I could say that I had a favourite. There's a lot of things I use, but there's not one thing that I really go to all the time while I'm crafting, because I do like so many different crafts and art. I suppose I could say my glue, because I use that quite a bit, and if I don't get it on my hands, I'm fine. If I get it on my hands, or too much of it on my hands, I kind of like a panic attack. But yeah, I'm not really sure about a favourite craft item, because I do use so many of them. You know, there's a lot of crafting tools that you just can't do without, like a pair of scissors for one. This double-sided tape, this is just such an ingenious invention for crafters. So yeah, it's a little bit hard to actually say what your favourite crafting tool is. Ones that make crafting easier, like your crocodile and like your scoreboard or your cutting board, you know, they make your crafting a little bit easier. Yeah, so I'll just leave that one at it, because I don't think I really have a favourite crafting tool per se. Number 8 is, where did you get your love of crafting from? Look, I really don't know. It just sort of happened, I think. When I was younger, my mum, she knitted and done some sewing and done some like embroidery back in the day when I was younger, and I started the art by going to a folk art course with my sister Deb, and we just both really enjoyed it. So from there I used to make and paint little folk art items, and I really enjoyed that. And then that kind of stopped, and got married, had kids, went back to work. Later on I picked up the, oh, I haven't done this side here, and then later on a mental breakdown when I was working as with New South Wales Home Care. Such a strenuous job, and and from there my psychiatrist suggested that I take up some kind of art or drawing, and yeah, and it sort of eventuated that way. But I do get bored rather easy, so that's why I tend to jump from one thing to another, I think. Yeah, I've got to keep, I have to stay stimulated with whatever I'm doing. And yeah, so I'm not really sure how the circumstances about me starting my love of crafting. Okay, so that's done. Number 9. Oh, number 9, when did you start crafting? I've kind of like answered that just then with number 8. Where do you get your love of crafting from? Pretty much the same. And number 10 is, what has been your favourite craft so far? Oh wow. I've done a lot of crafting, but I think my absolute favourite would be making art dolls. It would have to be. I just love them. I have like a little collection of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got about 8, 9, 10. I have about 10 art dolls that I've made over the years, and they're all just so different, and they like have their own personalities. and I just love them, and I love making them. Like, most of them are made from recycled items, or like scrappy bits of leftover pieces of lace or something like that. But yeah, I do, gotta say, I do love my art dolls, and I love making them. I got there a bit of something stuck on there. Yeah, so that would be my absolute favourite, making art dolls, because they can be just made out of anything. I've got wire ones, I've got foam ones, cardboard ones. I've got some here, I'll just show you. This one here, this is one of my art dolls. She's got a little bit of everything. She's made from wire and paper and just little scrappy bits of lace. She's got a lovely little bustle on her back, bit of calico. So that's, whoops, oh, don't get stuck on my tag. Yeah, so she's just absolutely gorgeous. I love her. And then I also love this one here. She's a bit bigger. She's made from one of those like Christmas tree cone things, and that's her. She's just gorgeous, like paper mache head, and she's got some fabric on her and some metal, lovely metal chain. So yeah, I do love my art dolls. Must be time for me to make another one, I think. Okay, so that is the, I hope I've answered that okay. They're the 10 questions that were in that challenge. So I do like watching a lot of Aussie ones too at the moment. A lot of newer channels are coming up on YouTube, and a lot of those ones are Aussie ladies. Oh, and I like watching Mr. Victor Crafter too. He would be a regular of mine. So, like, instead of saying like your top 5 favourite ones, it should have been regular ones that you do watch. So, yeah, I'm just trimming this up because I hand cut them and they just look a little bit squiffy. Okay, so I hope I've answered that okay. I think I have. And I've just nearly finished my last card. And I think I actually have to tag someone for these. So, let me think. I might tag, I should have checked to see if they had done it, shouldn't I? I think Nat done that too. Check to see if they've already answered the questions. So, I might tag, I'll tag Sonya Stepto and who else? I might tag another Aussie. I might tag Irene from, see, I watch Irene's channel a fair bit too, which is, now I can't think of Irene's channel, Seriously Scrapping. There we go. So Irene is from Seriously Scrapping on YouTube. So I'll tag Sonya and Irene. So, and I'll leave whoever I've mentioned in the video, I'll leave their links down below too, so you might like to pop over and see them, see what their channels are all about. Yep, that would be good. And I'm just going to quickly finish this tag, so it's got more of like a red in it. I went to rip this. I don't think it's going to rip for me because I ripped a whole piece off. I think, oh yeah, look at that. Rip it up to there anyway. And just put, oh, there goes my phone now. And just put this through here. And that's my last tag done. So I have been watching a few YouTube channels related to junk journaling, and they've been using up their book pages. So I thought that would be a good thing to do too. Let's just cut that at an angle. So that's why I decided to make some of these tags, and they're out of the book pages. So what I do, I actually glue 2 of these pages together, and I dropped it down here beside me. I have this book about Poland, and look, that's all I've got left out of it. That was because I used the covers for a journal. So they're pretty, this book's pretty old. I don't know if it's got a date. It was old. Well, this was copyright 1983, so I'd class that as old. So what I do, I just glue 2 of the pages together, and then I made myself up a little template, and I just traced around them. And to do the top there, I just folded that over like that and then just cut it with my scissors. So I ended up making all these beautiful tags. So we've got that one, and the fibres, this was a bag. All these fibres come in this lovely little bag, and it was sent to me by Michelle here in Australia. Oh, I've started using Michelle's Happy Mail that she sent me, and oh, it's just awesome. Thank you so much, Michelle. Just love it. So there are my tags, my little cigarette acetate tags, and all the different coloured fibres up the top. I think they turned out really gorgeous. I just love them. I tried to match the colour with the colour in the flowers. I got pretty close with what I had. So this one here, that's so pretty, isn't it? Okay, so that's it, guys. They're all my cool little cigarette card tags, and I've answered those questions. They kind of like repeat themselves, don't they? Yeah, and I just jotted down some of the answers so that I wouldn't give myself a hard time by not remembering. And these here, I've got all the centres kept out of these cards here, so I'm thinking about sort of doing the same as what I've done here, but using some of my stamps, and I've put two stamps together, front and back, so you can, like, you'll see a different image front to back. On here I didn't worry about double backing the cigarette cards because you've got, oh, it sounds like an ambulance, because you've got all the information about the flower over here. I'm so pleased I finally used these for something. Got to stop hoarding. So with these ones I thought I might make smaller ones with some stamps that I have put through the laminator. I've got a couple here, so yeah. So I'll get on to doing that. And if you haven't seen my video decorating the envelopes, you might want to go over and watch it, because next month I am actually going to do a few little giveaways in October. No, not October. Yeah, it's September. Yep, 2 more days of September and then October. So throughout October I've got a few little giveaways going on, and to enter you need to leave a comment on one of the videos that you've been watching, and I'll just use that random.org. Okay, so I think that's enough waffling. I love the way my tags turned out. They just look so cool. Okay, thanks everyone. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I answered those questions properly. Yeah, I think I did. Anyway, you learnt a little bit more about me, that I'm a total nutter. You got to laugh at yourself some days. Okay, thanks everyone. You have a great day, and I shall catch you later. Bye bye.